Two Tribes TV. Please hit the subscribe button to follow us.
Shaka Zulu remains an influential historical figure even after 2 centuries. By some, he's seen as a heroic king who was a nation builder, while others regard him as a depraved monster. The ambiguity continues to resonate, adding power to the image of Shaka. He was born in 1787, before the Europeans came to Southern Africa. He was considered an illegitimate son by his father, who was a Zulu chief. His mother's name was Nandi, with whom Shaka had a strong bond. Because of his father's malice towards him, Shaka spent his childhood in his mother's settlement. He was a boy looking after herds, but as he came of age, he joined Ibutho Lempi fighting unit under Mthwethwa chief Dingiswayo. Shaka was under Dingiswayo's mentorship and even rose to become a general. In 1816, Shaka's father died and his younger half-brother Sigujana became chief. Shaka asked Dingiswayo for a regiment to return to Zululand to claim his right to chiefdom. Dingiswayo saw this as an opportunity to confirm his own authority and become overlord. Shaka was met with very little resistance. He became chief in a bloodless coup by putting his half-brother to death that was accepted by the Zulu clan. When Dingiswayo was killed by Zwide, the region was engulfed in a civil war. Shaka rose to power and sought revenge. At one encounter, Zwide barely escaped, but Shaka captured Zwide's mother, Ntombazi, who was a shaman. The horrifying method of revenge Shaka decided upon was to lock Zwide's mother in a house with hyenas that devoured her alive. Then the next morning, Shaka burned down the house to the ground. Shaka eventually met Zwide on the battlefield and defeated him. As a Zulu king, Shaka brought about social changes and military upgrades. He invented the Ikilwa, a short spear with a sharp sword-like blade at the end. However, the long spear was not discarded. He also reinvented the military formations in battle, but Shaka was strict with his warriors. While there have been exaggerated reports that he killed his warriors who showed the slightest bit of weakness, it has been an established fact that failure in battle meant death. Other than that, he was fairly cordial with his warriors. Shaka knew that winning loyalty was by being kind, not by being brutal. He also brought other tribes under his control through patronage and reward instead of waging open war on them. The most famous account of Shaka Zulu is his grief at the loss of his mother. It is said that when his mother died, he ordered everyone to mourn. He ordered the crops not to be planted. He ordered his people to stop drinking milk, which was the main source of Zulu diet, and he ordered the murdering of pregnant women. He also had cows slaughtered so the calves would mourn for their mothers as he was mourning for his mother. Oral traditions state that this was a period of great upheaval. A singular Zulu man named Gala stood up to Shaka and pointed out that Nandi was not the only person to die in Zululand. Taken aback, the Zulu king called off the destructive orders and rewarded the teller of truths with a gift of cattle and had him appointed as his advisor. The 12-year reign of Shaka was a bloody yet prosperous one. Of those tribes he couldn't bring under control through patronage, he had conquered through war. He was respected by all but his half-brothers, Dingane and Mlangana. He had tried at least twice to assassinate him. The third time, in September of 1828, his half-brothers were successful. Shaka's body was then hastily buried in a grain pit with mud and stones. Later, a monument was erected on his final resting place. The legend of Shaka Zulu lives on. It is said that he greatly disciplined his warriors so that they will be victorious in battle. He would make them march 8 miles a day so that they will be battle-hardened and be able to conquer more efficiently. He forged the Ikilwa, the short stabbing spear. His military formations were similar to those of the Romans. And most importantly, he brought diplomacy instead of war to be an overlord to some of the peaceful tribes. What do you think of Shaka? Was he a hero or a monster? Let us know in the comments.
Please hit the subscribe button to follow us. Be part of the movement. Join the tribe. Bringing you informative and exciting fresh content. This is Two Tribes TV.